What's up, friend, and welcome back to another Secrets of Strixhaven standard video. So I brew a lot of fun decks on this channel, and that results very often into me going into the lower percentages, because there's always chances that it doesn't work out. But whenever I want to climb back up to the numbers in Mythic, there's always one deck that I can rely on to not only give me fun games, but also give me a great win rate, and that is Golgari Airship. Now the list that we're looking at right here is from the Golgari Airship Expert Nithin. There's a couple of upgrades from Secrets of Strixhaven, so I figured let me give you guys a little bit of a refresher on this deck list. Also have a Patreon sideboard guide up for this deck list on a bit of an older version, which still holds up. But if you're interested in these upgrades, let's dive into the deck here. Now, before we get into that, of course, I want to show you my win rate. I had a 7-2 session with the deck list, got me back into the numbers, so I am very happy, and we had some really fun games. Now, for those of you that are not familiar with the Golgari Airship deck list, it is basically a Golgari artifact sacrifice deck. I would say one of the most important cards in here is Obsessive Pursuit. It's a 2-mana enchantment. Whenever it enters, at the beginning of your upkeep, you lose 1 life, you create a clue token. Whenever you attack, you put X on counters on target attacking creature, where X is the number of permanents you sacrifice this turn. If X is 3 or more, that creature gains lifelink until the end of turn. So it is technically pretty easy in this deck list to get to those X is 3 or more sacrifices, so that you can get a massive creature with lifelink attached to it. Now, in order to sacrifice those artifacts, we have a new card to work with, which is Witherbloom Charm. 2-mana instant. I love this card. It's so flexible. You can sacrifice a permanent, and if you do, you draw 2 cards. You can gain 5 life. You can destroy a target non-land permanent at mana value 2 or less. Just perfect for this deck. You can sacrifice all these little artifacts that get created, whether or not they be Sentinel of the Nameless City, entering or attacking, making you a map token, or whether it's Mutagen Man, giving you Mutagen tokens. And Mutagen Man is actually pretty important in this deck, because that allows us to sacrifice a ton of artifacts in one turn, because activated abilities of artifact tokens you control plus 1 less to activate when Mutagen Man is on the battlefield. So that is map tokens for free, Mutagen tokens for free. We also have a copy of the Ooze in here, which can exile a card from a graveyard. You create a Mutagen token, so a little bit of main board graveyard hate. And also, whenever a creature you control with a 1/1 counter on it leaves the battlefield, you create a Mutagen token for each 1/1 counter on it. So kind of keeps the artifacts on the battlefield, which is pretty great. Now, as you can see, there are a lot of one-offs in this deck list, and that's because this is a Besiege the Mirror deck. A Besiege the Mirror is a 4-mana sorcery where you can bargain it, so you can sacrifice an artifact, enchantment, or token as you cast a spell. Then you search your library for a card, exile it face down, and shuffle. If the spell is bargained, you may cast the exiled card without paying its mana cost if that spell's mana value is 4 or less. So Besiege the Mirror is how we tutor out these one-offs. You need Graveyard Hate, you find Ooze. You need nowhere to run, shut down Hexproof Reward, you can find that as well. But this is also how we can get to the Phoenix Fleet Airship, which is great at closing out games. And Besiege the Mirror really makes it so that we don't need to have 3 or 4 copies of this card in our deck, because that would kind of clog it up a little bit. Sometimes it's awkward, sometimes you don't need a Phoenix Fleet Airship. A 4-mana 4/4 artifact at the beginning of end step. If you sacrifice a permanent this turn, create a token that's a copy of this vehicle. As long as you control 8 or more permanents named Phoenix Fleet Airship, this vehicle is an artifact creature with a crew cost of 1. Closes the games out really fast. You just gotta make sure you have things to sacrifice. And hopefully with cards like Obsessive Pursuit, all those artifacts that we make, that should almost always be the case. Now, if you need a great card with hexproof that you can bump into the heavens with Obsessive Pursuit, Leatherhead is your girl. 4-mana 5/4 with trample, and Leatherhead enters with a hexproof counter on it. Whenever Leatherhead deals combat damage to a player, may remove a counter from her. When you do, destroy target artifact or enchantment the player controls. We also have a new one-off as, potential win con, grind potential, removal, card draw. Professor Dillian Fell fits perfectly in here. 4-mana Planeswalker, 5 loyalty, a really good card to grab with Besiege the Mirror as well. And outside of, a ton of removal and your go-to green ramp cards that are always present within these mid-rangey green decks nowadays, we have a fantastic looking Golgari Airship deck list that is just such a blast to play. Let's dive into the gameplay so you can check it out for yourself. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Yes. Okay, let's go. That was the line we're off though, because then I could have ramped up in a Sentinel, but Figure of Fable. This has got to be Gearhulk. Unless they're cooler than that. There's a chance it can be cooler than that, but I don't know. Githkins? I don't think they're Githkins. Githkins would be Aura. They're gonna be a Roboroid. Badger stuff. Yo, Scorpion. Howdy, Ash. It's been a while. Howdy, chat. Howdy. Hope we doing good. Githkin is less cool. Goblins would be much cooler than Cub. It is Githkin. Alright, opponent. You got Aura. Githkin. You be Gith? Probably with, the land, the thingy. With the land, I mean, not the land, the card, what is it? Practice offense. I'd like to try cracking the mutagen man, or like putting the thing on a mutagen man, but I gotta tap Sentinel to get there, which I'm not a huge fan of right now. I like the Kithkin, just wish the deck was stronger. Yeah. Kithkin practice offense? It could be. Yeah, this one is really good. We may want to get rid of that card right there. Oh, you're fucking right. Cracks free with Mutagen Man. Oh my god, how did I forget that? You're so right. Oh well, it's okay. We'll save it for the future. Nah, Kithkin and Catharsis can do some work. The fact that I missed that obvious ass interaction that I haven't missed forever. Good reminder to drink some energy drinks. Like, bro. We're definitely gonna get rid of this guy, I think, for now. Kind of want to build up some maps for, like, maybe a big Obsessive Pursuit turn, I guess. So I'm gonna swing both of these right here. Two, three. You don't want to block that and try? Right. Okay. Yeah, we could go Besiege the Mirror next turn, sacrifice 3 artifacts, and grab Obsessive Pursuit. Also true, also true. Bristle. This is where we have the vibe. I guess so. Yo, Kiki. We move in. 1. Sochi, let me get that queued up for you. Grabbing myself a nice pursuit here first, though. What am I pumping up, though? Probably Mutagen Man, right? Hey. 5/6 Mutagen Man. Love to see it. I see. We're in rank 1. I have. But it's such a grind. Like, it's such a grind. And the stars really need to align for you to be able to get there, it feels like. Dude, I really hope this little Mutagen Man can live, but why send Sentinel? Make a map. Next turn I get 3 sacrifices. Doesn't want to throw away a Mutagen Man, but I kind of don't want to. Also don't mind to double block. Like, let them get rid of, like, blockers. That's fine by me. The interaction with Besiege and Pursuit is so cool. Yeah. It's great. Yo, baby sheeps, what's poppin'? Not much. Plays an airship for a little bit, you know? I think we've played against him before where they tried to do that type of stuff. Be cool. Okay, let's see what we can do. Desec for 1. Activate. I'm slightly worried about a road, but... Okay. Here we go. Chat. We just assume they don't have it, right? We just gotta go for it. I mean, we're discommitted already anyways. Like, we may as well keep going. Good game. Do you have it in a road or you don't? What's the T? And beat it anyway. Yeah. What I was assuming they were gonna do. Good. Like any sports? Yeah, I guess so. Like, I'm currently playing a lot of golf. Try and get better at that. I enjoy watching football, but most of the time when it's like, you know, World Cup stuff or like European Cup. I mean, I think maybe Day of Judgment and the Black Suns? Or do we need to get that intense? Probably. That's probably okay. Blimp. Yeah, Sulker. Nah. We're gonna try this out, you guys. Looks good, looks good. Sad, a limited one-time emote. No way. Not officially, no, not officially. Not gone for that yet. I wanna get good first. You think Ancient Vendetta would be a fine replacement for the end in Modern Black Demons? You're out of wild cards. Yeah, that seems fine. I think this deck could also run Ancient Vendetta in the sideboard, to be honest. Tutor up a little Ancient Vendetta on like Jeskai Revelation and make the 4-color control players cry. All of a sudden they have no way left to win. Yeah. Alright. Cactuar. Cactuar. I'm gonna play you guys in a World Cup. Sweden. Japan are favorites in our group though. Yeah, I haven't looked like that much further into it or whatever. Like when it comes on TV, I'll like check it out, you know? I'm like that deep into it, but yeah, Cactuar, crazy. Real spice. Eclipse Skithkin. I mean, I guess I can hold on to removal here. It doesn't really get much better. I don't really feel the urge to throw away a Mutagen Man right now. I'll just wait on some value. He has aura. No, it's true. You get like 1,000 aura points, I'm pretty sure. That is not that great anymore. No, they're not. They're not, for sure. I got a double nationality though, so I root for Spain. Fucking Cactuar again, what the hell? Cactuar. No, it's true, it's true. I've always rooted for Spain when it comes to football, for sure. We went to your first ever paper standard night last Tuesday. It was super fun. Nice. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad they were, I'm sure they were pretty stoked to see another standard enjoyer. Okay, this thing is pretty scary, so I guess I'll shoot that one. That seems fine. The Sentinel. Okay. Bristle. And Cactuar is such a mid card. I mean, no shade to the Cactuar, but all shade as well at the same time. Thinking about going X's 2 here. I mean, bad, yeah, I guess. I want to make sure that I'm leaving 3 artifacts up again. So I can do the Besiege the Mirror Obsessive Pursuit trick again. He's just there to vibe. He's just there to vibe, like he is. Unless you have a second spell. Well, yeah, they're like, it's clear that they care about Cactuar because they're trying to like bump up Bristlebane Battler and stuff. You know, like that card like benefits. But I can't think of any other like Kithkin cards that really benefit otherwise from having something like enter the entire time, especially a non-Kithkin. I guess Kinspiel Aspirant says whenever another creature you control enters, it gets +1/+1, so I guess that works. Man, nowhere to run on that Bristlebane. Messed him up real bad. Back to our chat. No, it's true, it's true. Definitely Cactuar Chad. Make sure that I get it to a range where they don't double block it. But I will still hold on to like 3 artifacts right now. Hey. Setting up nicely here. I'm gonna let an LGS near me plays a Cactuar deck. Like the big one though, right? The Jumbo Cactuar. Is this a limiter or is this guy playing Kithkin in Standard? This guy playing Kithkin in Standard, yeah. You gotta respect it. The Red Elemental, yeah, I do remember like trying that one out back in the day. Alright. Be sure. Obsessive Pursuit time. Could also buy back Mutagen Man. I could kill a couple things. I'm just gonna go in for the Pursuit right now. You love memeing Jumbo Cactuar in EDH. Yeah, absolutely. Well, keep the no order on the battlefield because like there's more things with Ward coming up most likely. Let me get my Obsessive Pursuits. I'm gonna EDH stop a lethal Jumbo Cactuar swing by casting Ink Shield and hit for 20k damage with 10,000 Inkling tokens on the clapback. Dude. Typical EDH shenanigans. Crazy. Makes sense. At least I'm back up to 20, so we celebrate that, you know. We've seen deflecting palm on Cactuar. Wow. Gotta stay ready, you know. Don't seem like expecting them to go in with Shelter by Ghost or something, but so, a couple of angles we can go into here. Fabled Passage. Play the Blimp. Swing here. Spore Kithkin Enjoyer, I know. Kithkin in this economy is, you know, you gotta be brave. You gotta be brave. Well, I actually think that the Kithkin aren't bad. I think the Kithkin are actually quite good. The issue is that standard is so, like, deranged. Like, standard is a fucking turn 3, turn 4 format. The Kithkin are just kind of not on that level. But if you played the Kithkin a couple years ago, like, they would be gas, you know? They sound like Unk, but Kithkin is a standard deck, but standard is modern now. Yeah, exactly. It's kind of the issue, Alright, let's win. Saved all my little tokens for this moment with the Mutagen Man right here. Alright. I'm getting value out of that, but sheesh. This turn is so crazy, man. I want to be in a good sport and allowing us to play it out. Thank you. Crazy. W Airship! W Airship! It would be great. Oof. And then we get such a shit hand. Can't do that. Yo, Mike, what's up? So this just has Ramp. Oh. Hopefully it works into something, you know? Make it work. Golgari Mirror, let's go. But they're playing GB mid for sure. Unless this is like Sultai Control or something. I just want to set this pursuit up first. Demolition Field, I see. Bessie, I got so many basics, don't try it. Bob? What's Bob doing here? Bob. Bob in a Golgari deck. Isn't that just kind of like suicide? Anyway, I got rid of Bob because I don't want to give them cards, but... Getting all the real gamers. Yeah, Kithkin into a Bob player? What the fuck is happening? Could honestly be that the ladder is becoming a lot more chill and that like the RC season is behind, you know? A lot of the sweats have accomplished their mission. Centered healing, I fear, yeah. I kind of wanted to go for the double crack maybe so Badger can swing. Shoot to Sheriff. Pretty sure that's an outlaw though. Oh gosh, Sheriff's gonna be so bad in this matchup. They're playing Crimes. This looks like they are. Final RC this weekend, everybody probably moved over to MTGO for modern testing. Yeah. I imagine. The Shoot to Sheriff Classic, yeah. I got $1 every time Shoot to Sheriff has blanked. These past like couple of days. Man. It's sadness. I guess you could set up Gene and Atlanta Ralphs, but... The Sheriff continues not beating the bad allegations. No, it's true, it's true. All right, we just gotta get some value up in here. We just gotta get some nice stuff. Maybe siege or something. Funny to me that villains are not outlaws. Yeah, they just didn't think that through. Go for the throat would never do this to us. Fucking speak on it. We need her back so bad, dude. Like pure shit, just want to go for the throat back. Yeah, there it goes. More outlaws. Go down, yup. I honestly am like starting to believe that Heartless Act may be a better card than Shoot the Sheriff nowadays, but it's kind of tricky, you know? It's kind of tricky, I'm not sure, I'm not convinced. This is ass though, it's another outlaw, isn't it? Fuck. It's the crime deck. Or a version of it. Shoot the Sheriff, you are a disappointment. Hope you know that. Hope you know that. Man, Karvak gets so much value. We gotta get rid of Karvak first, I guess. Don't worry, Bessie. You got nothing to worry about. You're good. You're good. Well, I can't really attack here, can I? Just die. 7 life. They could go at me with the lookout and with the cottage. More crimes. More crimes. I kind of really need some life gain next turn with the pursuit. Not gonna lie, boss. I'm not sure how I'm getting there. Mutagen Man? Siege? A land? Oh. Diva down, Diva down. Oh my god. Guess I gotta hold on to Shoot the Sheriff here, maybe. Can I interest you in a land? No. How's the climb going today? We're doing pretty good so far. Pretty good so far. I'm assuming they may want to, like, you know, work with the cottage. I mean, I wanted to work with my cottage, but yeah, kind of cooking right now, but Arena's trying to make that not happen right now. Pursuit ship today? Yer. Opponent, don't be mean. Damn, they're not swinging. Oh my. You're joking. You're joking. But my whole deck is like so thinned out as well. Because of, you know, their demo fields. Crazy work. Alright, chat. I'm at 2 life. I don't have, yeah, I don't have a lot of life to work with here. We have a couple of top decks left. It has to be like Mutagen Man. Most importantly. Rhythm Charm buys me 5 life. I don't know, man. Vedmir... Well, I can't kill him anyway, he's a rogue, so... Yeah, Besiege Chain. I don't know if I have enough permanence chain, but... Yeah, Besiege or Mutagen Man, I think. Oh my god. I mean, this flood is insane, right? 27% chance. That's so unfortunate, dude, because... that gets me to 2 counters? Okay, well, there's actually there's actually a chance, you guys. If I rip Fabled Passage, we are saved. So for once, let me use my powers for good, and let me rip a goddamn Fabled Passage. Let's see. RNG. Oh, fuck. Another land. Oh, so close. Anyway, this was some clownery, you guys. Rip. A bitch tried, though. I tried. A little bit done with Fabled. Yeah, sadly. Well, may as well toss those shoot the sheriffs. They're kind of good for nothing right now. Dex at Psych. Bobblehead? Bobble? Like the 1 mana artifact, you mean? Bristle, 7 stream shriek, thank you. I don't know. I mean, this deck back in the day used to run Vicious Vanity, which I thought was always a really good card for this deck as well, because it made you a bunch of like, it gave you an enchantment, you made an artifact, then you made a token, like an artifact token that you could also work with, so that was kind of like what I was also enjoying in like older versions, but it gave something up for Riddlebloom Charms and Professor Delians, which I think does make a lot of sense, you know? Mutagen Man, Besiege Mirror, Riddlebloom Charm. I think that's keepable. You still run a Vanity because you like the card. Yeah, I think it's good value for the sacrificing and stuff. And also, like, when one of those sagas, you know, cuts to the last chapter, it sacrifices itself as well, which is another trigger towards the Obsessive Pursuit. Pretty solid. Alright, so I guess we'll go like that. Please banger right here. Hold up! Do I see a Bob again? Sorry, Bob, you gotta die. Bob is real! It's gonna be time for my yearly Twin Peaks rewatch. West Cash, thank you for the Prime. Fuck, dude. Double duress. Backbreaking every time. Bob, do something. Vetmir definitely has Ash energy. Ooh. Forage. They can forage. That kind of sucks, actually. Not sure if I see the value in trying to set up a Mutagen Man for X1, or just crack one of the clues, I guess. And a Rip Free Strider, holy shit. Those 2 duresses have been so awful for us. Siege. Alright, chat, hear me out. Hear me out. We get Leatherhead. Hexproof Slay. Watching Comic Lawlin and Fallout repeatedly make me want to watch Twin Peaks. Yeah, for real. Elda's 65 stream streak, as far as I can keep the streak before leaving for vacation. Hey, going on vacation is a fantastic thing. Thank you for being in the stream 65 times in a row. Like, holy shit, thank you. Yeah, this is like a sacrifice deck. Yup. Swizzy, 15 stream streak, thank you. Alright, Leatherhead Diva. You're the chosen one. Yep, that's hexproof right there. You heard of it? Hexproof, meaning you can't target something. So I'm supposed to go X's2 here. Make 2 of those. But they kill mutagen, man. Okay, they didn't. They needed to. We got away with it. They should have killed it before we had those. Man, what are they doing right now, though? Why don't you hex it? We'll save that for the next turn. So that goes to 3. So Leatherhead goes to 9 and 8 toughness. Fatmir goes to 4. This is a safe one. Maybe 1,000 mutation tokens for instant speed. Yeah, possibly. Possibly. Or maybe they're still not understanding hexproof. I don't know. Nice. Big point swing right there. W Leatherhead. Really having to work for this potential win right now. Holy shit. Really gotta work for it. But as long as I have an obsessive pursuit, we could win. How much does Vatmir need? 4 counters? Okay, we're not there yet. Okay, now they're just selling. Why? Why are we selling? Alright. Works for me. Okay. Whew, we'll take it. I was going with another tactics, maybe? I mean, maybe it could go like this. Trying to set up a double block with Vatmir, didn't realize the Leatherhead would outgrow it. Yeah, that's possible for sure. That's possible for sure. Let's kill Bob. They had Bob on 2 every time. I guess we try it. Let the guy win? Hell no. Okay. Another well-timed duress. Tragic. Got to keep just hitting us with duress. We just, yeah. Not much. Oh, fuck. Don't get no repeat of game 1, please. I beg of you. No repeats. Don't. You're gonna draw lands either way. Yeah. Nothing to sacrifice, I fear, but I'll set it up. Why not? Blimp! Me and my blimps. Blimp is an interesting draw. I have Cottage to potentially make food tokens. Badger. Now that gets really interesting. Yeah, we will get rid of the professor, right? I mean... It was either, like, don't get rid of the professor and make another blimp, or get rid of the professor, and I think we should just get rid of the professor here. And then we'll start making blimps after that. Animating the cottage is really nice. Don't touch my blimp. No. I guess that's what you risk. Rip. Gone too soon. Yeah, that's the risk. I mean, I could have definitely gone for the different route, I guess, but it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm going with this badger, but I don't know, boss. Guess maybe we just do this right here. I think maybe board wipes can close, even though we haven't seen them use a board wipe yet. There's a chance, always. You guys just have to win with your 6 creatures, right? Right? Love to try. Mutagen Man. I mean, that is massive tokens. Oh, X7. Someone's playing Bob, who knows what shenanigans they got. Yeah, expect the unexpected for sure. It's different because this like cottage is hit by earthbending, right? So plays out a little differently. Let's try Quizzical Rub deck. I don't know. I'm a bit sus, but I won't use all of my mutagens, but I do want to do a good amount of damage here. So yeah, I think this is the way we want to go about it. This hits for 8s, and they're at 4, which puts them in cottage range. If a board wipe happens, right? May get through this. Strider. That's okay. Okay. Pulse. I'm right. Yo, W crimes though. W crimes. Yeah, should be GG, I think. As long as I grow these guys right there. Good game, opponent. GG. Ah, go crazy. Ah, go stupid. Ah, we stay winning. Ah. I hope. No, now we're officially in the numbers. It's not too bad, actually. Well, it's a bit suspicious. Actually, because... I mean, I could go Llanowar Elves on 1. Yeah, I have to try, right? Q plays as good as a turn 1 Llanowar Elves. That sticks. I could go Jean. But let's just go Sentinel here. Bloom like, oh wait, didn't we not play against this person not too long ago? Aren't they playing like Dimir bounce or something? Is Golgari Airship a thing? I tried to make it a thing at some point, but I really couldn't get far with it necessarily, sadly. The ooze. Your eyes, the Kictor player is more honored than the Revelation player. I get that, you know, I get that. Yeah, I think they're Dimir Bounds. I think we ran into them not too long ago. When they were rank 666, remember? I think that was them. My brain isn't fully locked out. Okay. Dimir Bounds. Let's grab our Metal Bending, Pop Edge Formation, and Royal Treatment. Take out our Nowhere to Run. That's Oscillator's meta. It's funny sometimes. Yeah, but like, I get it. You know, I get it. If you're somebody that doesn't play the meta, like, obviously you're gonna have a natural, like, kind of like hatred for meta decks. Yeah, it's just the way human beings operate. Saren, thank you for the 25 months. Appreciate you. That's a hive mind. Nah, Chet is human. Fortunately, it'd be bad if we sat here with a bunch of bots, but... yeah, if you're going out of your way to try and do something cool and come up with something original, and everybody that you run into is doing the opposite of that, by net decking tier 1 decks, yeah, of course you're gonna have some, like, natural hostility. Doesn't mean that it's, you know, deserved or whatever, but it does make sense for people to think that way. Alright, we can keep it, I guess. You know, like, I get it. I mean, I can see both sides of the coin. I think it's always a really awkward situation when it comes to MTG Arena specifically, though, because it's like, you know, MTG Arena has just such a terrible economy that you can't really expect people to brew a lot, you know? So I got MTG Arena players a lot of slack. Like, if I were to go to, like, a fun FNM and somebody with nothing on the line and people were just playing net decks, I'm like, huh. You know, you could do something cool, you know? But on Arena, it's like... yeah, it's somewhat understandable because of how hostile, like, the economy is on this game. Splash Portal. I go ooze. Yeah. Like, if you only have 10 wildcards on your account, you're gonna put it towards a brew that's gonna go, like, 4-10, or you're gonna put it towards, like, Is It Prowess that may go, like... you know, 13-0. So hard to justify spending wildcards on jank. Yeah, absolutely. Economy is good if you're a draft god or can steamroll metagame challenges. Yeah, I don't think that future is realistic for many people. Sadly. Have a draft who've never experienced wildcard shortage. Nah, it's reality for a lot of people, I fear. See if I can put a counter on Bedroom. So it dodges that tragic trajectory, maybe. Trainer with Splash Portal, maybe. We get a banger up in here soon. X. That kind of sucks. Yeah, but that's always gonna be part of, like, competitive card game nowadays, right? Like, back in the day, brews were... like, back in the day, brews were a lot more interesting and powerful and exciting because you didn't have like the accessibility that we have nowadays, you know, where everything's digital, so. Yeah, I think the rivalry is always going to be existing, you know, when it comes to brewing or not brewing or whatever else. Alright, is it an obsessive pursuit time right here? Yeah, let's go obsessive pursuit. I'm gonna go with my little Besiege the Mirror trick right here. Get another. Beautiful. Get the pursuit, get the life gain, get the future card draw. Yeah, I think obsessive pursuit is probably like the future of the color black in the formats when NX rotates out. One of the few build arounds that can get you some cards, get you some value. Pay off, you know. Excellent pollinator. Alrighty. And delete my swamp while you're at it. Right. Now I'm left with nothing. Okay. Whatever. Ooh, and a Rizzler to top it off. Oh, shit. Buy the pursuits. Well, I'm not sure if I'm saying that, but... Blimp. I could play a blimp. Can I copy? No. I mean, unless I want to grow something on their end. I don't know if I'm feeling that one, though. Gotta rip a creature. I'm not ripping creatures, rip. Build a deck easily to never lose control. I think it's a lot more difficult nowadays when you have the pressure of the tablets, though. The tablets give them a lot of speed. A lot of resilience. Not sure anymore if that's the case. Bro! Don't do this. What are you doing? Right, now I have to shock that. Oh my goodness. Well, may as well try. You have Cottage. Yeah, no worries. I do have Cottage, but I kind of need the blocker, right? And if I animate Cottage, I can't turn it into life gain either, so... Setting up this Leatherhead is good, though, at least. We'll see. Why no attack? What do you mean? Leatherhead has haste? Let me see here. We're just gonna have to go with like the most beefed up Leatherhead ever. Okay. Okay. Not too bad. Not too bad. You know what? I can spare a counter to get rid of a Storm Chaser. Why not, you know? Okay. Giant Crocodile Swing. Let's fucking go. Yeah, nothing for you there. Easy. I mean, good game at least.